The king's back. 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 The king's back.
What's up? What's good? What's happening? Welcome to my live stream. I am the actual King Smith, and we back for my morning live streams. Missed the last 2 days this week and took off on Labor Day, being Labor Day and all, but we're here. We are live, and I'm going to be brief today and very concise about what I am talking about. Today, I am talking about the fact that I am now on my first week of Zepbound. What is Zepbound, you may ask? Well, Zepbound is a GLP-1 that is out in the market. It is similar to some of the products that you may have heard called like Ozempic and it is Zepbound is the brand name for a medicine called a terzepatide. All right. And it was approved by the FDA in 2023 for chronic weight management in adults who are obese or overweight and also have at least one weight related health condition like high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, or high cholesterol. Now, I don't have diabetes, I don't have high cholesterol. I do have, and I have always had high blood pressure. And part of that is due to the fact that since I was in my 20s, I was diagnosed with a heart condition called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. That's a lot of words, a lot of syllables, but to break it down, and I've talked about this on my channel, hypertrophic cardiomyopathy is when your, as they say, some part or parts in your heart are thick, which having a thick heart can make things complicated. It makes the heart work a little bit harder. So I take medicine to help ensure that my heart can beat as long as it possibly can. And that's what helps keep my blood pressure down. All right. But there's been some complications with that for me anyway, because I'm 41 now, and I'm not as active as I used to be. If you don't know my background, I was active duty Air Force from 18 to about 29, 28. And I got my diagnosis of hypertrophic cardiomyopathy when I was in the military. And the government did right by me. I did get a medical retirement from the whole ordeal. And our country has done well in making sure that for my service, I've been taken care of. That I have no qualms about whatsoever. And I am definitely thankful for that. It puts me in a better position to have the resources that I need to have to try and live a good long life on this earth. And I'm thankful for that. It has complicated things for me having a heart condition and trying to be active right now. This I'm no medical science expert. I can only regurgitate information that I've been told throughout the years and some common sense thing being an adult that can critically think. Weight management has to do a lot with your lifestyle and what you eat, right? You'll always hear diet and exercise, diet and exercise. And my diet's been trash. I'm not even going to hide that. My diet has been trash. And exercise has been limiting for me because of my cardiac condition. That's a fact, right? I can't go out and do marathons or run or exercise or do the things that I'm gonna say the average person. I'm not even gonna say the average person. The person who doesn't have a cardiac disease. I can't do the things that those people can do because of that. Combine that with a sedentary job, and it's a recipe for disaster. I have a very sedentary job. That is a known thing. Our government does a good job of identifying that, hey, if you have a sedentary job, you need to get up and be active and stuff. And lately, I've been scheduling time to make sure that I'm not just sitting in my chair all day, but that I am getting up, I'm being active, I'm walking around the neighborhood, all of those things. But I'm going to share a picture here so that you can see what I weighed when I weighed myself early this week before I picked up the prescription. And then I'm going to talk about the prescription. So I'm going to see if I can bring the photo up here. This is me on the scale. I am 5'8". And I paused on that for a second because people that know me in real life are going to be like, boy, you 5'8"? Yes, 5'8". All right. And let me go back here. Give me a sec. Let me change that. Change that to show this and then put this up here like this. There we go. All right. That's the wrong banner. Okay, there we go. So I'm 5'8", 285 pounds. Now, let me see if I got a good full body picture of what I look like now. I'm gonna say former athlete, right? I used to play ball. I used to lift weights, and I ain't gonna say never. Even when I enlisted into the Air Force, I wasn't like small because I was able to put on muscle easy. Go to my Facebook page, see if I can find a good full body photo. All right, here we go. This is, you know what? I'll just show it. This is me and my kid here. She wouldn't mind me showing this. And I don't mind people seeing this screen because all of my social media is public. So this is me right here. This is me. This is my daughter, Council. Shout out to her. She's doing great in life. But this is me here, right? So not a small guy. So when I stepped on the scale and it said 280 something, almost approaching 290, I was like, yo, something's got to change. Something's got to change. And again, for me, it's different because I have cardiac disease. Now, I also, let me just take this off the screen, have a defibrillator. And I got the defibrillator installed January of this year, January of 2025. And my cardiologist, or the specific specialty doctor for the defibrillator, suggested that, because of a combination of things that I laid out earlier, that I should get on a GLP-1, and that could help me lose the weight, and that by losing the weight, it could help my heart long term. I am very fortunate enough to have both VA healthcare and TRICARE Prime, being that I am retired Air Force. The jacked up part about the VA healthcare is that while I was doing community care, which is a very good program for my heart condition, it's fantastic. It's great. The VA did a good job of that. My cardiologist was the one who prescribed my the Zepbound, yet the VA did not approve it. They said I didn't meet whatever the criteria is to get the approval and have it prescribed through the VA. And I was confused for a second, but because they don't tell you what the requirements are, nor did I get a notification when the prescription went through that it got denied the first time. So after waiting and assuming that the system was going to take care of itself, which is something you don't want to do, I always suggest, if you have the ability, take matters into your own hands, be a Karen if you need to, and call to say, hey, what's going on? Bug people, right? Be your own advocate and be your biggest advocate. After calling and figuring out that I didn't get approved, I said, well, run it through again because my cardiologist is talking about this. Um, from what I've read and did my own research, it seemed like it would be something that could be beneficial for me. And we have to get this show on the road, so to speak, right? Because time is money. Time is money, time's important. The earlier that you could get in on something, the earlier you can start seeing the returns, essentially. Went back to the VA, VA denied it a second time. So I said, well, since I'm lucky, and I'm not gonna say lucky, since I am fortunate and I also have TRICARE Prime, let me try through TRICARE. And it was easy to get the approval through TRICARE. So I just started this week. I picked it up this week. I just started this week, specifically on Tuesday. Tuesday was week one, day one, or week zero, depending on how you want to measure it. And today is Thursday morning. So I'm 2 days in on it. And I don't know if it's a placebo effect or if the medicine actually kicks in really early. So, how do I feel since I've taken my first injection? It is interesting because since I've taken the first injection, let me be as clear as I can on this. I haven't used the restroom yet, but I think I need to soon. They talk about you might need to take a stew softener while you're on it because you don't go as often. How does it make you feel when you're on it? I don't hear that food noise, so to speak. Like, I'm not thinking about food the way that I used to. And I was worried about if this was a placebo effect because I know that that's what it's supposed to do, or if the medicine works that fast. And I'll say it works that fast. Talking to other people, other people, and I know somebody else who's taking it, and he is on his first. No, he's a week in front of me. My bad. So this is technically his week too. He was saying that it was the same thing for him as well, and he wasn't sure if it was a placebo effect or if the medicine works that fast. But apparently, it does work that fast. Um, I am trying to make myself eat on a schedule. And when I do find myself eating, so like the first day afterwards, it didn't seem like I needed to eat a lot to be full. Now, today, I woke up and I was feeling a little bit nauseous. Not a lot nauseous, just a little bit. So I've got some water here. I'm gonna sip on water from time to time. gonna make myself eat, and then we'll see if I gotta get that restroom out the way or not. Okay. Um, and I hadn't really noticed too much of anything else related to it that I should bring up. So what I'm gonna do for people that are interested in this, there's Reddit groups that I've been reading, like Men on Turks, TIRZ, or something like that. If you go to the Zepbound subreddit and you put in like Men in Turks, you'll see that group. There's other guys like me that are either interested in it or they're sharing what they're going through in these subreddits. I'm going to do the same on Reddit as well. And I'm also going to give updates here. So this will probably be my weekly Thursday update. And I'm only going to dedicate my Thursday live streams just to this. So I'm going to commit to that. So if you're following me here and you know who I am for the other content that I do, the other days of the week are going to be things that I normally talk about: cryptocurrency, what's going on in the world in general, anything that I just feel like talking about. But every Thursday morning, I'm going to give an update. I'm going to talk about how I'm feeling while on Zepbound, what my weight is so I can keep track of that, and then showcase different things that I've seen other people talk about or ask questions about from my perspective. Okay. So definitely not going to be able to answer everything for everyone, but I can answer questions about things as it affects me, questions about things that can occur to me or things that happen to me. So I'm going to do that. And we'll see in 6 months, we'll see in a year how this turns out. If there is a like button on the platform, do me a favor, hit that like button. That's all I'm going to talk about today. This is going to be a short stream. My Thursday streams, unless I get people on in the morning that have specific questions, are going to just be updates about what's going on with me on Zepbound. I also take TRT. The TRT is something that has been, man, it's been nice. I've been on TRT for almost a year now. And I think there was some confusion because when I've gone into subreddits, people have talked about that. They were like, "Hey, are there people that are taking both?" And there's been some guys that talked about what was going on with them that affected their testosterone levels to where they've had to take TRT. Now, the TRT's helped me with my energy. Like I feel it's hard to describe what happens when you have low testosterone and then you give your body that boost that it needs. But you feel, how to say, younger. You just feel better. Like you feel like there's a cloud that was lifted and that cloud's gone. All right. So I have a combination of that too, where I'm taking TRT to up my testosterone, and I've just started Zepbound to help with the weight management. So I'm gonna give those updates weekly. And if you're watching this live, great. Thank you. If you have any questions, you can put them down in the chat. If you're catching this on the replay, I read my comments. My channel's a small channel that's growing. So it's not like I miss comments as they come in. I'm not like Abba and Preach where they have a bazillion comments and stuff that they try to respond to. So if you have any questions about it, put it down in the comment section. Maybe the question that you ask can help somebody make a decision, or it can help you make a decision on what you want to do and things that it can be done. And if you're somebody that has trachea prime and you're obese, for the most part, you can fit the criteria for getting it prescribed by your doctor or your NP. And it's a conversation that you should at least have with them. Have the conversation, do your own research, and go from there. That's my live stream for today. Thank y'all for tuning in. I got to get ready for my jizob. Hope y'all have a great rest of your day. I'm out. Peace. Nope. Let's do
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Trumpets blare the golden call. A throne awaits, I rise so tall. Drums like thunder, shake the hall. Royal robe, I wear the weight. Diamonds cut the night, no debate. Heavy is the head, but I'm feeling great. Crown me king, crown me king. Horns will shout, let the kingdom sing. Crown me king, crown me king. Bow to the sound, feel the power I bring.